Hello, everyone. My name is Danny, and this is my review for Final Portrait. This is set in 1964. Final Portrait is the story of the touching and offbeat friendship between American writer and art lover James Lord and world-renowned artist Alberto Giacometti. Lord's perspective reveals a unique insight into the beauty, frustration, profundity, and sometimes chaos of the artistic process. While on a short trip to Paris, Lord is asked by his friend Giacometti to sit for a portrait. Giacometti promises the process will take only a few days, so Lord agrees and ends up wondering how much longer it will go on. This is a 2017 movie, rated R, runs 90 minutes, and it stars Geoffrey Rush and Armie Hammer. So I'm going to go through my notes first, and I just would like to talk for a little bit after that. My first note is that this movie tries to be funny. I can't think of one movie that I've actually really bought into Hammer's kind of comedy. I don't know why he has to do weird movies. He has to do obscure movies. But I just don't think he's funny. I just can't buy into him. He makes all these faces and he makes, blunt jokes that I just don't get. I don't know why he has to do the things he has to do. This really touches on genius versus madness, and that's why it's supposed to be a powerful movie. And Geoffrey Rush is a good actor, and I don't know if he really pulls it off, but that's what this movie at least tries to address. And then this also has a really big issue of, is marriage as wealthier people, does that make you happy? Or when you go find another outlet for your love, does that make you happy? And I don't know if they meant for that to be a big issue, but it's something I took away. So that's my notes for Final Portrait. I'd like to just be able to talk about this because this isn't really a movie kind of enjoyment time. This is a serious issue of a movie that is about a true story of a real artist and a real painting and the issues that happened for 3 weeks while he was painting this painting that went down in history as a real thing. So, first and foremost, let me go back to my point that Geoffrey Rush is a great actor. I know he is known for Barbossa and the Pirates movies. I know he's known, for other things and everything, but he has done some amazing things. Things like this, things like The King's Speech that won many, many awards, and Pirates, that has been a killer franchise. He attaches himself to things that are worthwhile. So when I put this movie in my player, I knew it was going to be something, and I had to pay attention to it. No matter how stupid it was or boring or, any kind of notes I took weren't going to matter because Geoffrey Rush is that good of an actor. I understood that. So his job is to tell us that this Giacometti painter, which I have never heard of, and I looked up this painting that this whole movie is about. It's real. You can look it up. You can look Portrait of James Lord. Just Google it. Take 5 seconds. Give yourself a history lesson. Learn something about this movie. If you never watch it, at least you know what at least you know what the movie was about. You know that there's a real painting of James Lord somewhere in this real earth. So Jeffrey Rush proceeds to struggle as a genius of an artist, having to start over, having to take breaks, and he also has all this personal crap going on in his life that the real painter had going on, obviously, and he handles it like a seasoned pro, man. The having to find love in other places, putting up with the wife because there really wasn't probably a thing known as divorce back then. I don't know, but there really wasn't much separating. You just kind of dealt with it. You were just together, especially in Paris. They have such different ways of doing things. But so I think this movie was handled appropriately. I think the actors were great. I think that the material dragged, and some of the things were obviously not necessary, the nudity and stuff like that. But I appreciate what they were trying to do and that they wanted to share something with us of a unique story. It just has this feel to it that tells you it's one of the worst movies you've ever seen because of it's about a period. It's almost like, if somebody shot a full-length movie of somebody, sitting on their couch for an evening. I mean, who would want to watch that? A movie about somebody just sitting on their couch for an evening. Who cares? I mean, but that's the feel that you get from this movie. So I'm going to have to give it a D- for being a movie, okay? I'm being realistic about that. But you got to understand how good Jeffrey Rush is. If you've never seen any of his movies, try and give him some of a chance. I know a lot of people liked Armie Hammer's last one, Can't Buy Me Love. I didn't connect with it. You can watch my review on that. But he has done some things. He's been a spy. He's been funny. He's done some things. So I understand how good each of these actors are, and I'm glad they came together to try and share something with people. I just don't know who is going to ever hear about this movie. I just gave it a watch. I can say I've seen it. I can say I know about this painting of James Lord whenever it comes up in my life. But other than that, that's what it is. So thank you for sharing this movie, but I can't suggest it to anybody unless you really, really want to watch a struggle of an artist. But then go watch a movie like Whiplash or something like that, which is truly, brutal for a musician to watch. So thanks a lot, guys. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give some of them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. And enjoy your movies. Thanks.